AI is incredibly helpful to streamline daily teaching tasks and student learning outcomes, and help get the information you need to help assess student learning. AI can also help streamline administrative tasks and many tasks that used to take a longer period of time to get done. AI also provides more engagement and opportunities for personalized learning. For example, tools like Magic School AI provide amazing tools that help automate grading, assessment, student writing, the development of lesson plans, and also continues to engage students. This can help free up time for many more engaging interactions with students. I've personally seen and experienced how AI can transform a classroom learning environment. Not only does it empower independent thinking and learning, and when used appropriately and correctly, it is an incredible tool for productivity, support for doing large amounts of administrative tasks very quickly. I have colleagues who've utilized AI to not only assist in lesson plan development, but also in developing rubrics for assessment and also managing and curating resources. Work that used to take hours upon hours to be able to get into a concrete form can now be put into a concrete form and evaluated and reviewed. AI is transforming the way that we create content, we assess learners, and dedicate time to our students. I want to talk now a little bit about some of the key areas where AI can help support teachers to support learners. First area is automating tasks. AI can be used to assist with grading assignments, creating rubrics for assignments, attendance tracking, and the generation of reports that used to take hours to do. Tools like Magic School AI can help create quizzes quickly, and tools like Quizzes can also do the same. These resources empower educators to create dynamic, interactive content that supports student learning, and at the same time do it effectively and at scale. In this process, we're also engaging students more deeply with the content. Opportunities to provide virtual tutoring, interactive content, and more engaging quizzes, much more connected to the content. And when content can also be tagged and then reviewed by the teacher to better understand the performance of the student, it can be incredibly powerful. AI tools embedded within learning platforms can help create a more personalized and interactive experience that supports students at learning at their own pace and at their engagement level with content, at the same time providing educators insights into their performance. One of the areas that you will hear talked about very frequently with the use of AI to develop student personalized learning paths. With AI tools, there's the incredible ability to capture student learning data and to align a student's learning with the knowns and unknowns within their data, providing a distinct and unique experience to the student. AI platforms can analyze student data and direct the student to the most relevant content that's needed next. Another powerful feature of utilizing AI in education is the streamlining of communication. Feedback from interactive assignments that can immediately go to parents, the student themselves, the teacher for review. As a student can work on assignments, they can get feedback from the educator around their performance, how they can improve, or feedback from the AI tool in order to improve their performance based on a rubric designed by the teacher or the content input by the teacher. AI presents an amazing opportunity to utilize technology, the input from the educator, to help develop interactive, engaging, and supported learning experiences. These learning experiences can greatly support struggling learners or those who just need additional support in specific content areas. And with additional feedback and support from parents, you can have a much more streamlined communication around the student's performance. As we enter this period where AI is taking over a wide range of educational tools in the technology space of EdTech, there are tremendous challenges and solutions. There is an overabundance of tools available to test, review, evaluate, and see if they are right or proper for you or your school. It's important to start small. Begin with one AI-empowered tool to help you evaluate its effectiveness and understand how it works. This can also be starting with a chatbot like Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, something where you can become more familiar with how AI works. You can start with a simple tool like Google Gemini to help sort and organize your inbox, just to see the power of AI in action. Then use this experience to gradually move on to other tools, trying to understand some of the key vocabulary such as natural language processing, generative AI, and some of the other key vocabulary that impacts how these tools operate. There are also trust issues with the use of AI, and AI-generated content. A step you can take to help make sure you get over this hurdle is to be sure to review and edit any AI-generated content to be sure that you have your personal voice within that content. Be sure that the content aligns with your educational goals, educational expected outcomes, and learning standards. Even with lessons developed using AI, it's important that you put your own personal stamp on that lesson. You need to think about how your lesson is now specific to your class, your learning expectations, and how you've modified the content to fit your needs. The next and one of the largest concerns is data privacy concerns. This is one that I take to heart. It's incredibly important to prioritize data and cybersecurity when utilizing technology tools in the classroom. And to help mitigate and minimize risks, it's important to evaluate AI tools that you plan to use for student data privacy contracts. Be sure that you have these in place to help protect not only your data, but the data of your students, and understand how that data that company is collecting while you utilize that tool, how that data is going to be used. Be sure that any application that you utilize, you understand the best practices for the student data that app is collecting, and you understand how this company that's providing you this app is utilizing your data. Be sure to read privacy policies and check with data compliance within your own state. So an example of something to consider while utilizing an AI tool is, for example, Magic School AI, which is a very popular tool. Yes, it will sign a data privacy agreement, but only for the paid version. Only if the school decides to pay for the full version that integrates with student data will Magic AI consider itself compliant with data privacy practices. Otherwise, there is no data privacy practice in place. So you need to understand that even your account as a teacher is not held under any data compliance. And it's not until you have the paid version of that application, until you have coverage for data compliance with Magic School AI. This is a strategy utilized by EdTech companies to not only encourage organizations to buy the paid version of a product, but also to help them have a data system that is structured around data compliance once people are within accounts. It works really both ways, but it's important to remember what the difference is. So always be sure to confirm if an application that you're using with students is complying with data privacy, period. I want to talk a little bit about actionable advice as you move forward with the use of AI. Evaluate tools by the use case in which you plan on using them. If something is designed for assessment, really see if it's a proper assessment tool. If something's used to help support reading skills, see if that tool aligns with that type of support. It's going to be difficult to identify any tool that does support all types of learning. And specifically, how does the AI do this? Be sure that AI is supporting the specific skill you are looking to target. Some of the key areas that AI can provide tremendous value, of course, is lesson planning, student feedback, and grading assignments efficiently. Learning how AI can be utilized to support attendance or any of these other administrative tasks can be extremely beneficial at returning time to you. Also consider working with a pilot program for piloting a very specific piece of software. Will allow you and colleagues to be able to try out a piece of software, see if it works for you, evaluate it for its effectiveness with students, and have discussions and meaningful collaboration around it. It's also going to give you different perspectives on how it can be used, and also create an environment and a community to discuss components of AI and how it can be utilized in teaching. You can also consider just utilizing an AI tool for just one class or a single assignment, seeing if the specific use of that tool has the effectiveness you anticipated. You can also do the same for when you begin to involve students with the use of AI. How does the use of AI influence their digital literacy skills, their understanding of how the technology works, and understanding of how their digital footprint is being input into AI. These types of activities can boost not only their digital literacy, but also support them at being active thinkers and critical of technology in a way that can support them best. By introducing an AI-generated quiz that alters different questions to their skills or abilities, they can review and better understand how AI works to support their learning. It's also important to stay updated on AI trends, as this technology changes very rapidly, and it's important to understand how it affects teaching and learning, what's available to students, what's available to teachers, and staying on top of the best practices. This can be done through professional learning networks, professional development, and continual learning and research into how AI works with educational platforms and in EdTech. I want to review just some recommended resources now that I'm going to just to give you a start at exploring some AI tools with a variety of purposes. First one is Magic School AI. This is one of the most popular ones. I've spoken about it a couple times. It's a platform that has a wide range of educational tools built into the interface for teachers and with the paid version for students. And remember what I said about the data privacy, it is covered only with the version that supports student use. But there are interactive quiz generators, IEP generators, attendance tools, and also content generators for lessons. I would say that this tool is also more aligned to kindergarten through grade 5 or grade 8, and high school teachers may not find the tools as useful. Also consider utilizing tools that are just chatbots like Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Copilot, Perplexity. Some of these tools are amazing at allowing you to explore AI and the capability. You could also explore DALL-E for image generation and just get started learning how some of these tools can not only generate content, but also support content development and also help you rephrase content and make better content that you can then put your personal stamp onto. Another tool out there is called TeachFX. This is a tool which records audio of teacher and student interaction to help the educator improve how they teach and how much they speak and interact collaboratively with students. The science behind this infers that a teacher can improve their practice with speaking to students around questions and collaborative activity by reviewing what they're saying and what type of interaction they get back from students. The next tool is Quillions. This is an AI tool which takes content you upload to the Quillions website, and then you can generate quizzes and assessments from this content, tag specific words, and also utilize the notes that you've uploaded to help organize new types of content. It essentially is a assessment creator based on the content that you provided. Another tool is called Gradescope. Creates an interactive environment which streamlines assessing student input, content, and questions to answers and assessments. It allows you to embed rubrics within the assessment so that you can provide more additional feedback to a student response. And you can also more quickly provide feedback to students when they complete assessments, more tiered to the specific responses they provided. This helps provide more consistency and fairness in the process of reviewing student assessments. A tool that I personally use is Otter AI. I've been using it for a couple of years now. Otter AI is a transcription tool. It can record audio, create transcriptions, also summaries from recorded audio. It syncs with a calendar. It can help record meetings. It can help record text. And what it does is essentially takes the recorded transcription and helps create organized documentation of meetings in terms of summaries and responses. You can then take these summaries and responses and utilize them for document creation or other purposes, or just be able to review meetings and other types of interactions you've had. The mobile app is a great tool. It comes with about 300 minutes per month and also can be very handy if you just want to take some personal notes and then have it transcribed and then utilize it with an AI tool. It's also been used as an assistive learning device with students to help them speak and then see what they've said and record their responses so that they can have a documentation of what they've been saying. Another AI tool is Scribe AI. Scribe AI is used to help document a sequence or a process of how to do something. So if you're making a video or creating step-by-step directions, you can utilize Scribe AI to help document this process of what is the step-by-step, including links, photos, pictures, and then share that process out to others. The AI in this tool will naturally pick up on what processes you're trying to put into place and then create proper responses in the sequence. So if you're creating a step-by-step tutorial, it will anticipate what the next step will be, especially if it's a tutorial, maybe for a very specific website process or a process that it already knows about. Final tool I'm going to talk about is Kialo. This is a tool which supports debate among students. It creates debate style questions based on content provided the educator in which students can respond to on different sides of an argument. There are a wide number of response templates within Kialo. The tool is completely free, and I can highly recommend that this tool has a wide range of potential platform uses in the classroom, not only for sparking conversations, but also documenting engaging students around meaningful discussions. And as these tools continue to evolve, which push more towards personalized learning experiences with their interactive EdTech platforms, are like Khan Academy's Tutor, built within the platform to help identify next steps with learning, Edmentum's Next Path, which adjusts lessons based on the student's progress, And of course, the opportunities related to professional development. This includes online courses that Digital Futures puts out to help support your next step in learning things like how to implement AI in the classroom. So it's a valuable experience to take an online course and explore how and why and where you would begin to implement AI in your classroom with your students. So at the end of the day, AI is an incredibly powerful tool to help you automate tasks, engage your students, create content, assess student learning, provide feedback, and ultimately provide a more personalized learning experience for every student if used appropriately with the correct tools and in a way that's thoughtful. So you want to start small, begin experimenting with one tool and allowing it to strengthen your understanding of how the AI works, and then move into additional tools. Understanding all along the way what types of data it's collecting, how it's utilizing that data with respect to student data privacy and your own data privacy. Utilizing a step-by-step approach is going to help keep you from becoming overwhelmed and to better understand the tools. There are many ways in which you can utilize AI in the classroom, but of course you want to do it thoughtfully. You want to support personalized instruction, and you want to be able to take it to the next level with your students to increase engagement and, at the end of the day, their overall learning experience.